My name is Moon Sage, and today I am going to be using the Bleeders collection from Black Veil Brides and Curse Cosmetics, and I'm going to show you how to recreate this look right here. So if you like what you see, then keep on watching. Hello there.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Today, we are gonna test out all of the goodies that I got from Curse Cosmetics during their Black Friday sale. If you haven't seen my last video where I unboxed all of these awesome goodies, then you should go check that out. Today, we are going to be working with the Black Veil Brides and Curse Cosmetics collaboration. And this is for their new album, Bleeders. As you can see, that's the case right over there hanging out. This thing is so huge, and I don't know if you could tell, but it's bigger than the vinyls that I have and everything. And it's just a beautiful display piece. So now it's on my mantle. We're gonna be testing out these awesome goodies and see what a wonderful base we can get with these. This is the Undead 2-in-1 foundation and concealer package. And then I also have the translucent moon powder and the pink moon powder right here. And we're going to see if these can give me a flawless looking base. Also, if you happen to hear any rummaging or barking or anything, I have 6 dogs, so keep that in mind. So today, for our base, we are going to start off with 2 of the L'Oreal primers. This one is a 24-hour redness one, and this one is a 24-hour matte one. So I'm going to apply the matte primer onto my T-zone. So I'm just gonna mix in my fingers. Start at the nose, get my chin, and then put whatever is left on my forehead. Because my forehead does not sweat as much as like the rest of my face, so I just put whatever's left over. And then I'm gonna go in with the redness eraser one, and I'm gonna put that mostly on my cheeks, but then just drag it out to my temples and everything, the edges of my face. Dries pretty quick, so you don't have to worry about it being all goopy or anything. So on top of my primer, I'm going to use the Undead foundation, and I'm just gonna put a couple little pumps on the back of my hand, and we shall see how it says it's a matte finish, but I'm not sure what type of coverage we're gonna get, so we're gonna find out together. And I also purchased their sponge, and you can see their cute little logo on there. And I'm going to use the rounder side first to apply this all over my face. And normally I start with my eyes first, but since I haven't tried out this base, we're just gonna see how it goes. So first I'm starting with applying a lighter layer of it to see how much coverage it gives us. And then if I feel like I want more, then I'll just add another layer. And I did dampen my sponge previously, so it is not dry while I am applying this. Can I get a couple more pumps? Now I'm gonna apply to my forehead. So for just guessing on my foundation shade, I think I did pretty good for matching it. Tone, it is a little lighter than my natural skin tone, but that's all right. We like looking a little pale anyways. Plus, even though it doesn't fully feel like it, it is still winter. Now I'm going to take the small concealer brush and the concealer that is on the top of the Undead Foundation and Concealer Pack. And I'm just going to dab that inside. Get my cute little mirror here. And then I'm just going to gently apply that on my under eye area. And then I'm going to go in with my sponge again. Just apply it to my little concealer brush. Apply it under my eye. And as you can see, I am taking it just like basically where the tip of my eyebrow would be lined up and directly under my eye, making a small triangle, not an aggressive triangle. And I'm going back in with my sponge. Wow, that feels very lightweight. Like, usually after I put concealer on, my eyes feel like a little bit dry and kind of heavy, but this one actually feels pretty good. And as you can see, I have beauty marks and they're still sticking out, so I would say that this is a closer to like a medium coverage foundation and concealer. So if you want it to be full coverage, just add another layer and it'll be good. But it feels really, really good. And I still can't get over how close my color matches. And then to set my face, I'm going to use the cute little powder puff that I got from them. And I'm going to dip into the translucent powder first. Oh, look, it comes with its own little powder puff. Cute. Again, still nice and soft. I will save this one. Brand new, I still have to open it. Made a little mess, but that's okay. Okay, taking the triangle beauty sponge. Just gonna dip that in. And I'm gonna apply it on my under eyes only right now. It honestly feels like I'm not putting anything on, but in the best way possible. It's super lightweight. Again, it's not giving me that super dry feeling. And especially because I have combination skin, so like my T-zone will get really oily, but then everything else can be fairly dry. And I do have some slight eczema issues, so I'm glad that it's not picking up on any of my dry spots. And do the same to the other eye. Now for my pink powder, I'll use the sponge or I'll use the powder puff that comes with the pink powder this time. Test it out. This one did not make as big of a mess as the last one, thankfully. But I am... I twisted it around quick, hang on. Okay, and then I am gonna knock out just a little bit. And I'm gonna use what I got in the lid. And we're gonna use this to set the rest of my face. Again, feels super lightweight. Barely feel anything going onto my face in a very good way. But I can tell it's doing its job. So now for my eyebrows, I'm gonna take this spoolie brush and I'm gonna take the angled brush here and I'm gonna use the BVB Artistry palette. And I'm going to use the shades Alive and Silhouette, a mixture of these for my eyebrows. And I'm gonna start with the outer arch of my brow and then I'm gonna connect it all to the front. But as you can see, my natural brows are pretty thick, so I'm just filling in the gaps. concealer brush and the concealer itself. And then I'm going to sharpen up my eyebrow shape. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the top. And just connect them down here at the bottom of the tail. And then I'm going to get a little bit more, because I'm not tapping into it a lot and I'm gently pushing. And I'm just going to drag this across my eyelid. And I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow base. And then I'm going to go back in with my wet sponge and just blend these out. And I know some of you are probably like, why did she do her eyebrows after she did foundation and concealer and powder? Well, I didn't fully powder like right on my eyebrows because I knew I was still gonna have to do them. But I know I don't use like a lot of product there anyways, so it works out. Easy peasy. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to my other eyebrow. Call from Olympus, ringing off the hook, between pain and the way you look, stuck in a time where a mountain shook. My butt. Ow. Oh. Alright, and just for funsies, since I'm doing a whole face with Cursed Cosmetics, might as well try out the shade Alive as a contour shade. I'm not going to use a lot because, as I found out with the eyebrows, it is very pigmented. So we're just going to boop, boop, boop. And I'm going to take that contour and I'm going to start right here at the edge of my cheekbone. I'm just going to lightly apply that. Yes, definitely apply little by little for this, otherwise you will end up with a very harsh line. Unless that's the type of vibe you're going for, that is not the type of vibe I'm going for right now. And then I'm going to kind of go downward. Not a lot, just a little bit to try to give me like a little shelf. And then I'm going to use it on my temples right here. And I'm going to go under my jawline. The before and the after. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. Now I'm going to go back in with my wet beauty sponge and I'm going to use the translucent powder. Shake some out. Forgot there was a sponge in there. And I'm going to use the pointed edge, dip that in. And I'm going to use this to chisel out my cheeks a bit more. And then I'm going to take this very fluffy brush and I'm going to gently dip into Bleeders right here, which is the red shade. And it kind of looks like a in-between, like a mid-red, so not super bright, not super dark. And I'm just gonna gently tap tap. And guess what we're gonna use it for? Blush. take just a plain old fluffy brush and I'm just gonna dust off that little baking section I had. Gonna take a little sippy break. And again, just for funsies, I'm going to use this fan brush and I'm gonna test out the shade Sunday, which is this very light shimmery shade, as a highlight, and we'll see how it goes. That's actually really pretty. To start off with my eyes, we're going to be using the Artistry palette, and let's start with the transitions shade. I think I want to do like a really cool drag-esque cut crease. Those are my favorite to do, by the way. And we're going to be using all of the brushes from the collection as well. So I'm going to take the fluffiest brush I can find in the set. And I'm going to use the same shade, not both of them, but the same shade of Live that I used as a contour and as part of my eyebrow tint. And I'm going to apply this to my crease, and I'm going to drag it out a bit towards the tail to get the shape that I want. So I'm starting in the outer corner first, so that way the most dramatic pigment will be on the outer edge, and then I'm going to gently blend it towards the front of my eye. Towards my nose. Dip in a little bit more. And this time I'm going to still start at the end, but I'm gonna wisp it out. And this part doesn't have to be perfect because this is a transition shade, but it's just to start getting the feel of the shape that you want to do. As you can see, I have slightly hooded eyes, so I raise my eyebrows up like this to make sure that I'm getting not in my normal crease right here, but above my normal crease. Not in my normal crease right here, but above it, so that way it makes my eyes look like they have more room. All right, and then I'm gonna take a smaller fluffy brush. This will work. So I'm taking this smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip it into the shade Vengeance. And so far these have been very pigmented, so I'm gonna dust some off. And then we want this blend to be slightly smaller than the last one, so they blend together a lot easier. Really focusing on the type of shape that I want. And this shade is like it seems like a very cool tone, dark purple, which is fine. It's very beautiful. And I'm just gently tapping into the pan. And we're gonna drag it out right here towards my eyebrow tail and my temple. And as you can see, there's kind of a slight dip, so I'm gonna try to connect that to each other. Now I'm gonna take the angled brush again that I used on my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna dust it off a little bit because I don't want that brown shade. But now I'm going to go into the black here, not the glittery black, but the matte black called Revenge. And gently tap. And from here, same process, slightly lower and being very, very careful with my movements. Because again, it's black, so we don't want it to be super scary all over the place. We want it to be as clean as possible. Going back in with my medium-sized blending brush. Tiniest bit of vengeance. And I'm gonna blend that outward. And I'm blending above the black, not below the black, because everything below the black is going to be taken off. Going in with my even bigger blending brush, using Alive, and blending all those together. Now I'm gonna deepen the black just a little bit. Makeup is all about layering to get the look that you want. There is no such thing as too much blending. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of the foundation because it's a little more liquidy on that concealer brush. And then I'm going to cut my crease right under the black line. My sponge and just kind of blend out the foundation itself at the bottom of my eyelid. Concealer brush, and I'm just gonna wipe it off on the back of my hand a little bit. And then I'm going to use this to try to blend out that top part right here. You really want to make sure that it's the shape that you want from here, because this is going to be our base for the shimmer that we're going to add next. Better. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, it looks like a thicker packing brush, and I'm going to dip into Bleeders again, which is that bright red. And I'm going to apply this all where I just cut my crease. Easy. And then do the same to the other side. I'm like a sexy raccoon right now. And then from here, I'm gonna add glitter. I really want to use the shade Rubies. So first, let's try using my finger in the shade Rubies. Okay, finger worked pretty good, but there was some fallout. That is expected with glitters though. So I'm gonna go into with my packing brush then. The pieces that went past where I want them to go. And I'm not pushing hard, I'm just gently swiping away. Because if you press down too hard on glitter, it stays. And that's not what we want. So if you can't find me, up to the western sky, as someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly, and if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I'm defying gravity. Now, if I was doing someone else's makeup, I would not be using my mouth to put liquid on these Q-tips, but it's my face and it's my mouth, so we'll survive. Looking good. And now that I have that, I'm gonna go back in with the angle brush and Revenge, and I'm just gonna deepen right above the glitter. Try to dust off any of the glitter fallout. And I think for my lower lash line, I think I'm just gonna smoke it out. What do you think? I think so. So we're going to use the angle brush, Revenge, and we're gonna go directly under the lash line. do a mixture of Vengeance and Priest, which is a gray color. And I want to shoot that in there. Now I'm going to take the Motionless and White liquid eyeliner that I have. And as you can see, this is what the tip looks like. And I am going to use it to create a winged eyeliner because duh, with this shape, of course it's going to be a wing. And we're going to start at the outer edge of my eye. And I'm going to drag it across towards the end of my eyeshadow. And then I'm going to go towards the middle of my eye where my iris is. Get another dip to go on top of this glitter. So going in the middle where my iris is. And gently dragging it out and connecting. So now that I have this triangle shape going on, I'm going to fill that in. I'm a burpy girl if you haven't noticed. And we just fill in the triangle. And since I am using a liquid eyeliner, it's going to take just a couple layers to get over the glitter itself because the glitter is so beautiful, but it's like a chunkier glitter. So that means bigger pieces to cover. And now I'm going to start working on the inner part of my eye, and I'm going to try to make this as thin as possible. Okay, and then let's do the same to the other eye. There's always one eye that looks better. Okay, now I'm gonna do my eyelashes. Curl and push. And then I'm gonna take that spoolie brush and just comb through my eyelashes before I put mascara on. This will help me get rid of any other flakes of glitter that might be stuck to them. And I'm going to take my CoverGirl Lash Blast Mascara and put that all over the place. it clean. And I'm gonna use just a little bit of the micellar water. We're gonna wipe that off. And then I'm going to use this to put the highlight on my inner corners, and I'm going to use Blade, which is this nice glittery white shade. Ooh, I pushed too hard. Lo siento. And I'm just gonna tap that in. So for my inner corners, I ended up using Sunday as the base, which is the same as the shade that I used up for my highlight, and then I put Blade on top. And then I just kind of blended any other sections that I felt like needed it. Here's what it looks like. And I'm debating if I want to do like a cat eye on the inner corner, or like a siren eye looking thing. I don't know, what do you think? I'll give it a whirl. So here is the new inner corner compared to the middle inner corner. We did it. Okay, so for lashes, I found these at Dollar Tree and they look super pretty, but I've never actually tried Dollar Tree lashes before, so we're gonna see how well they do. And if they do great, boom, that's $1.25, you know, that I have to spend on eyelashes compared to who knows how many dollars. And the only thing that I'm kind of nervous about is I did get also some eyelash glue from Dollar Tree. We'll see how this works. Okay, so just pull them out. I want to wiggle them around a bit. Get them nice and flexible. And before I have any lash glue on it, I'm gonna see how big it is compared to my eye because I did not trim them. That looks pretty good. Cool. So now from here, this comes with 2 glue tubes. We'll see how long one will last because they're kind of tiny. And normally I use the Kiss lash glue, and this one is the LA Colors lash glue. Look how tiny that tube is. Tink. So it does have a little wand, I think. Apply it to the band. Okay, so it's not really a wand, it's just like a stick. And you want to put more on the inner and outer corners so that way it sticks better. Okay. Blow it in a little, wait till it's tacky. I don't have tweezers on me right now, so we're just gonna free ball this. Okay, for free balling it, that's not too bad. Oh no, I did get glitter where I don't want it though. looks like with lashes. The lashes themselves I like, but the Dollar Tree eyelash glue is basically what you would expect from a Dollar Tree eyelash glue. It can be very sticky to your fingers, but to my eyelids, excuse me, to my eyelids it's a slightly different story. So if I was gonna go, you know, like out on the town, I'd probably go hunt down a different eyelash glue, but the eyelashes themselves I do really like. They don't feel super heavy for how dramatic they are, but I think they look pretty good. All right, and last but not least, we are finally getting foundation from my hand on my face. We are finally getting to the lips. So for the lips, I'm going to use the BBB lip liner and the liquid lipstick that it comes with it. And the lip liner is a black one, so I'm gonna do my outer edges. And I'm gonna fill the inner corners a little bit. So that's what they look like lined. And then we're gonna go in with the lipstick itself, which is super cute. And we're gonna fill in the gap. That feels nice. Just a little bit of cleanup. Right here on the head. I actually really like this lip combo. That looks super cute. All right, so here is the finished look. What do we think? Very vampire drag-esque. Okay. And I'm gonna go put on a different outfit and I'm gonna show you the full getup. Okay. And here is the finished look. Thank you for hanging out with me. And if you want to keep hanging out with me, then check out my other videos. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, month, whatever it is, and I'll see you on the next one. Jacobite.